Everyone talks about the same gay love stories, the popular ones you've already seen. But what about the ones no one talks about? The hidden gems, the quiet heartbreaks, the love stories that hit even deeper. Today, I'm showing you 10 underrated gay couples you've probably never heard of, but once you do, you won't forget them. And trust me, number one on this list, almost no one talks about it, but it might be one of the most powerful love stories ever made. Number 10, Matias and Maxim.
C'est deux gars. Deux gars qui se frenchent.
Most people overlook this couple, and that's exactly why they hit so hard. Matias and Maxim don't have a grand, cinematic love story. No dramatic confessions. No perfect timing. Just one unexpected kiss that changes everything. Matias is the guy who has his whole life figured out. Career, girlfriend, future. But that one moment cracks something open he's not ready to face. Maxim? He's always felt like he's on the outside. And suddenly, this connection feels like the one thing that's real. And that's what makes them so underrated. Their story feels real. It's in the awkward silences, the stolen glances, the way they avoid the truth because saying it out loud could ruin everything. No big speeches, no easy answers, just two people quietly falling apart and maybe falling in love. Because sometimes the most powerful love stories aren't the loudest ones. They're the ones that feel a little too real to watch. Number 9, Adam and Connor, from Mates.
Hi, I'm Adam. Connor. Nice to meet you, Connor. Okay, to be honest, I've been kind of watching you all afternoon. And so when the others left, I just, thought now is my chance to come say hello and introduce myself.
This is one of those couples people don't talk about enough. And honestly, they should. Adam and Connor aren't some perfect love story. They're messy, complicated, and way too real. What starts as friendship slowly blurs into something deeper. But instead of clarity, it brings confusion. Because Adam is still figuring himself out, while Connor feels things more openly, more intensely. And that imbalance? That's what makes their story hit so hard. There are no fairy tale moments here, just late-night conversations, mixed signals, and feelings that never come out the right way. And that's why they're so underrated. Because their story reflects what a lot of people actually go through. Liking someone at the wrong time, wanting more, but not knowing how to ask for it. It's frustrating. It's emotional. It's painfully honest. Because sometimes, love isn't about finding the right person. It's about being ready for them. Number 8, Alexander and Matias. From Before We Forget. This is the kind of love story that feels quiet, but leaves a lasting ache. Alexander and Matias aren't built on dramatic moments. They're built on time, memories, and everything that slowly slips away. Their relationship feels mature, lived in, like two people who've already shared a lifetime together. But that's exactly what makes it so heartbreaking. Because this isn't about falling in love. It's about holding on to it. As distance, time, and unspoken truths start to creep in, you can feel them trying to preserve something that's already changing. And that's why they're so underrated. Their story isn't loud or flashy. It's deeply human. It's in the quiet conversations, the lingering looks, the moments where love is still there, but feels just out of reach. Because sometimes, love doesn't end all at once. It fades little by little until all you're left with are memories. Number 7, Mark and Warren, from the Side. This isn't your typical love story. It's the one you shouldn't root for, and yet you can't look away. Mark and Warren meet on the rugby field. Teammates, both in relationships. Both crossing a line they know they shouldn't. What starts as a secret quickly turns into something deeper. Something neither of them can fully control. And that's what makes them so underrated. Their story is messy, flawed, and brutally honest. There's passion, yes. but also guilt, tension, and consequences that hit hard. Because this isn't about perfect love. It's about real love, the kind that complicates everything. Every stolen moment feels intense, but also dangerous, because the closer they get, the more everything around them starts to fall apart. And sometimes, love isn't meant to be easy. It's meant to test how much you're willing to risk for it. Number 6, Mario and Leon. For Mario, this is one of those stories that feels too real, especially if you've ever had to choose between love and your future. Mario and Leon are teammates, rising football stars chasing the same dream. But off the field, something begins to grow, something they're not allowed to have. Mario is focused, ambitious, determined to succeed, while Leon is more open, more willing to embrace what they feel. And that difference is what makes their story so heartbreaking. Because in a world where image means everything, love becomes a risk, and that's why they're so underrated. Their story exposes a reality people don't talk about enough. The pressure, the fear, the choice between being true to yourself or protecting everything you've worked for. Every moment between them feels genuine, but also fragile, because sometimes love isn't what breaks you. It's the world around you that does. Number 5, John and Jack. This is one of those feel-good love stories that people often overlook, but it deserves way more attention. John and Jack don't start off as lovers. They start as complete opposites. John is reserved, guarded, still figuring himself out. Jack is bold, confident, and completely unapologetic about who he is. And somehow, that contrast just works. What begins as an unexpected connection slowly turns into something warm, playful, and real. And that's why they're so underrated. Because their story feels refreshing. No heavy drama, no heartbreak dragging them down. Just genuine chemistry, light-hearted moments, and two people bringing out the best in each other. It's in their banter, their awkward beginnings, the way love sneaks up on them when they least expect it. Because sometimes, the best love stories aren't the most intense ones. They're the ones that simply make you smile. Number 4, Chase and Everett. From Redwoods. This is one of those hidden gems that feels soft, simple, and unexpectedly powerful. Chase and Everett meet during a quiet getaway. Two strangers in the middle of nowhere, both carrying things they haven't fully faced. Chase is reserved, still holding onto expectations placed on him, while Everett is free-spirited, open, and unafraid to be himself. And somehow, in that peaceful isolation, they find each other. What makes them so underrated is how natural everything feels. No rush, no pressure, just conversations, shared moments, and a connection that slowly grows into something real. It's in the way they look at each other, the calm between them, the sense that for once they can just be. Because sometimes, love doesn't need chaos to be meaningful. Sometimes, it just needs the right person at the right moment. Number 3, Thomas and Stephen from Lie With Me. This isn't just a love story. It's a memory that never really fades. Thomas and Stephen's relationship begins in secret. Young, intense, and filled with the kind of love they don't yet have the freedom to live openly. Stephen is bold, fearless in his feelings, while Thomas holds back, shaped by fear and the world around him. And that hesitation, it changes everything. What makes them so underrated is how deeply their story lingers. Because this isn't about what they had, it's about what they lost. Years later, the past comes rushing back, and you realize some loves don't end. They stay with you, unfinished. It's in the stolen moments, the words never said, the life they could have had but didn't. Because sometimes, love doesn't need time to be powerful. It just needs one moment that lasts forever. Number 2, Alf and Oliver. Fine young men. This isn't just a love story, it's a story about fear. Alf and Oliver come from two completely different worlds. One trying to fit in, the other already standing out. Alf returns to his strict Catholic school feeling like he no longer belongs. And then he meets Oliver, quiet, open, unafraid to be himself. And somewhere between glances, conversations, and stolen moments, something begins. But this isn't a safe world for love like theirs. Because the more Alf feels for Oliver, the more pressure builds around him, friends, expectations, masculinity. And that's what makes them so underrated. Their story isn't just about love, it's about what fear can destroy. There are no grand confessions here, just tension, silence, choices that hurt. Because instead of choosing love, Alf chooses acceptance. And that choice, it changes everything in the worst way possible. Because sometimes, the most heartbreaking love stories aren't the ones that end. They're the ones that never even get the chance to begin. Number 1. Jay and Naveen. A nice Indian boy. This isn't just a love story. It's the one we've rarely seen before. Jay and Naveen feel like a rom-com couple straight out of a Bollywood dream. But with a twist the world is still catching up to. Naveen is quiet, reserved, still learning how to fully be himself, even with a family that tries to understand him. And then there's Jay, open, expressive, completely unafraid to love out loud. And when these two worlds collide, love doesn't come easy, because it's not just about them. It's about culture, family, expectations, and everything in between. That's what makes them so underrated. They're not fighting each other. They're fighting the fear of being seen, accepted, and understood. But through awkward moments, emotional clashes, and even humor, they keep choosing each other. And that's what makes their story so powerful. Because sometimes, love isn't about finding the perfect person. It's about finding someone who makes you brave enough to finally be yourself. So, which couple hit you the hardest? Tell me in the comments. And if you want more underrated love stories like these, check out the next video on your screen. Trust me, you're not ready for the next one.